okay, because I'm just gonna lose, but I'm just doing it for entertainment.
Exactly.
Whatever, I'll take it over to BetMGM. So since I'm over at BetMGM, I put in 300, lost it. Put in 200, lost it. Put in 250, got down to $25 and won all the way back up to 600. And then now I'm down to 4. So I'm down 350.
400, right? 400. Okay, got you.
I'm down like 350 on BetMGM right now.
Yeah, bro. I exhausted all of my yearly betting money already. Like you said, it's been wrecked. Like football was easier than basketball.
Got a 2, got a 1, it's game. Yes! This one is crushed. MC Cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm on BS for real, my rhymes convict and heal.
Welcome to the Faithful Fan Show. I'm your host, Tony Cook, here today with a very, very intelligent guest, K-Sizzle.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody, I'm sorry I've been gone. This has been a holiday vacation for me. I've been working. I've been out of town, but from the show, it's been a holiday vacation. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Casey, how was your Christmas?
Christmas holiday was nice, man.
It was nice, yeah.
Nice.
Family.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Crab legs and steak, baby.
Don't say that. I'm hungry right now. Okay. But there's been a lot of stuff happening, Casey, and I had to get y'all see the Cowboy background so you know what time it is. Cowboys, after this past week, we looking saucy right now. We looking ready. We've wrapped up, we've clinched the playoff spot, we've clinched division, right? So now the only thing, well, before we get into all the Cowboy stuff, 1 minute. Rest in peace, John Madden, a legend in the game. We got to pay our respects. Moment of silence. Let's give it 5 seconds. Thank you. Thank you, John Madden, for everything. All those years with the Raiders, they named a video game after you. That was my whole childhood. Casey, what do you got to say about the man?
Dude, so number one, I think it was an awesome experience to see him get his flowers while he was alive last weekend, right? I think it is crazy for him to die within 48 hours of all that airing and people getting a chance to talk about it.
What is it? What could that have been a part of it? It's really interesting.
In my heart, I feel like he went to sleep knowing he had accomplished his life goal.
I like it.
And that was it, right? So I pay really, I watched all the flowers that he got. I'm an avid follower of sports talk radio. So I heard some really good context, right? So the context that I got is, one, he had 3 Hall of Fame careers. He had Raiders. He's the most winning head coach in Raider history, right? Hall of Fame. He is the inventor of color commentary for analysis during the game. We're all spoiled. When we look at that screen and we see that yellow line and all the down and distance markers, none of that was on the screen when he was doing it. He had to make you see it with his vocabulary, with his mannerisms. He was incredible as a sports commentator. Yep. Then the part that I think will actually live forever is how he ingrained himself into video games.
Oh my God.
The background I got on that was the video game designers came to him and was like, hey, we want to put out a football game. And, with the technology the technology we have today, all we can do is a 6-on-6 game. Madden turned to him and said, well, you're not going to put my name on it. Exactly. Anything that my name goes on is going to be real life football where people can learn something. My whole life goal is to teach people about football so that they can enjoy it, right?
They was about to have us out here playing 6-on-6, Casey.
Dude, when I saw that, I was like, what? So he pushed back, was adamant, you're not putting my name on it until it's the real deal. He gave them an old playbook for them to have plays with and start the video game.
That's how that worked. Yeah, because I remember that, and everyone used to say I was cheating, bro, because I'd always pick Madden's. I was one of them niggas, dog. Madden's play. What's the
Right.
best?
Right. And then if you think about it, right? Like the evolution of the video game, how entrenched, like people playing video game, playing Madden for 100 bands.
Oh my
You
God.
know, it's like there's real deal trade. Like this is real science. Patrick Mahomes came out and said he was able to gravitate towards football and learn it and know what he was doing because of the game of Madden.
So
Him
many
learning coverages, him learning where the open guy is going to be based on the coverage you're facing. He learned that in Madden. That's insane.
It's safe to say that John Madden himself elevated the game of football in a way that, let's say, Michael Jordan elevated basketball. You know what I mean? It was very, he changed the game forever.
So to me, it's one of those things where, like, it's bigger than what Jordan did for basketball, because Jordan influenced people to make them want to play to be like him. John made people want to be the best that they could be in themselves. Lawrence Taylor gave a great recap where he said, I wanted to be on the All Madden team. Forget the Pro Bowl, forget all that other stuff. If you were on the All Madden team, you knew you were the best of the best. Shannon Sharp gave a recap about how he made the All Madden team 5 times, and every time they made it, they would get a package with a jacket, just like you were in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
He has all of that memorabilia stored up. And bro, everybody didn't get that All Madden package.
Oh no.
Only a select few. So like
and was Madden, John Madden himself pick it? Does he pick? Well, did he up until this point pick yearly who made the All Madden team, or is this a whole nother?
Yeah, he chose who was on the All Madden team.
Oh, see, and that's a bit of information I actually didn't even know. I didn't know that he was making those picks. Really, I thought it was just named the All Madden Pro.
Yeah,
very good, very good piece of
information. It's kind of like, so the best analogy I can give you is, you remember if you go back 10 years, right? You remember Skype? When Skype came out, it was like, oh my God, this is the wave of the future. And then pandemic hit, right? And everybody's like, oh, this is Skype's moment. This is what Skype was for quite a bit. It's been around. And Skype is actually like a noun. Like it's, hey, I'm gonna Skype you and I'm sending you a Zoom link. Yeah. Or I'm gonna Skype you and it became an adjective, like it became an identifier and not its own thing. Like Madden, when you say Madden, you can think of the man, you can think of the video game, you can think of so many things, but it's all the best of the best. It's all cream of the crop. None of it is below average whenever you hear the word Madden. So.
And we thank him, and we'll wrap it up with saying, thank you. We don't have to play 6-on-6. Thank you, John Madden. Thank you so much. We had to pay, show our, give our flowers on the show. But we're gonna kick gears back to Cowboys. We see the background, Casey. Dak Prescott himself had quite a game last week. He had quite a game. KC, all we have, because like I said, we've wrapped up the division. We clinched a playoff seed. We're going for that number 1 seed, though. We're 1 game back on Green Bay. I don't even know who they have to play these next couple weeks. Do you think it's possible we end the season with the number 1 seed and a bye?
Okay, so interesting, right? So when you think about that, I think that if we were in control of our own destiny, I would say that's an emphatic yes. The Cardinals are sliding. We got nothing but division games the rest of the season. So it's very, very likely that we will win out. Then you got Green Bay, right? So looking at, and then you also, outside of Green Bay, you also got
Rams.
I'm not worried about the Rams. You got the Bucks because they beat us.
Yes, very true. But I think, looking at it, I think when it comes down to, I think they look at conference record first, and we are beating them conference record wise. I think I may be mistaken, but I think because I think we're 9-1 in the conference, and they're like 7 and something. I think we would win the type. I don't know. It seems like a head-to-head win would get them in, but.
So here's the question. Do you think the Vikings can beat Green Bay on January 2nd?
Is it home for the Vikings?
Yes.
Ooh. If they have
Dalvin Cook is back.
Oh, see,
Adam Thielen got put back on IR.
That's interesting too. Terrible fantasy situation for me, by the way, this year.
He came in last week, but then he's back on IR this week. So the question.
That's tough.
So here, let's do it. Let's do a quick check, right? Looking at the injury report that's already out for this Sunday. Dalvin Cook is good. He has an illness, limited practice, but he's expected to play. Other big names for them. Thielen is out, but Anthony Barr is back in.
Okay, their linebacker.
Right. So I think Minnesota has a chance because if you look at Green Bay got 4 interceptions last week and they won by a field goal. They've been sliding. They've been giving up points, and Aaron Rodgers has have to be heroic, or the running game has have to miraculously come through, or the defense gets a pick. It's not dominance coming from Green Bay.
Defense has been more opportunistic. The defense hasn't been dominant. It's been like kind of how ours started off this year, like an opportunistic defense. We've developed into something else. We'll talk about that, but
now I'm not seeing any big names out for Green Bay, but it's interesting. Because that you can't really rely on the injury report. Aaron Rodgers is questionable to his toe, right?
He's playing.
He's playing. Right? Aaron Jones is questionable with his knee. He's playing.
He should be playing.
Those
running backs now in the season, they're on the injury report every week, but they end up suiting up, just like Zeke. You know.
Yeah. Now here would be my question. Not can we get the number 1 seed? Do we want the number 1 seed? Do we want that week off? Venom is going. We're in and out. Randy Gregory is sacking the quarterback and rolling over and smiling at him and telling him jokes in the middle, like at the end of do we want to lose that steam?
But we want home all the way, don't we? We are a better team at home. I get the bye thing, yeah, maybe. But I think there's a couple players that could use it. Like Tyron Smith, our left tackle. That fool, it sucks because when he's on the field, he's our best player. You know what I mean?
I think the O-line would benefit from having the time off.
Yes.
I think Dak would benefit from having the time off.
But like you said, the rest of the defensive unit, like you said, is rolling.
Right.
We're looking scary. I don't think any team in the NFC wants to see the Cowboys in the brackets. I don't think so. We're gonna end up in Lambeau though. If you had to ask me, I'm gonna cut it short right now. If you had to ask me, Green Bay will get the number 1 seed because they're looking for it, and they definitely want to play McCarthy in Lambeau. They don't nobody. Everyone's fighting to play the Cowboys in their house because clearly the Cowboys have way worse games when they're not in their stadium, and that got to be all. Change the play. I can't hear anything.
Okay, well, so here, let me ask you this, right?
Green Bay's gonna try to win out, is what I'm saying. They ain't resting nobody, and if I had to bet, I'd say Green Bay is going to win the rest of their games, and they'll stay 1 game ahead of us. I don't think the Cowboys get number 1 seed. I don't think we're that lucky.
But let's check that logic, right? Our first loss of the season was away at Tampa Bay. We lost by a field goal.
Yeah.
Our second loss of the season was at home, and we got our asses handed to us by Broncos.
The Broncos. That was tough.
Yep.
Was that Dak's first game? What was that? That was Dak's first game back, I think.
It might have been, right?
Little calf situation.
Then you got our next loss was at the Chiefs. That was a 10-point game. Our offense didn't show up, but we didn't get ran off the field like we did against the Broncos, right?
Very true.
Then our next loss was at home against the Raiders. That was a good game, though. That was a good game.
You know what? You remember what happened? I hate talking about it. Us going for it on 4th down and not scoring or not converting the 4th down. That's what killed us twice in that game. 2 times in a row, they got up by 2 touchdowns.
Yep. That
game sucked. But
so as far as I'm concerned, we have 2 losses away, 2 losses home. There's no real advantage either way. Our worst losses came at home versus on the road.
I guess if we're gonna count the Broncos one, I feel like the Chiefs one was pretty bad too. We made that look better, but
Like I think Dak.
you're comfortable away. You're so Casey's sounding comfortable away.
Like I think Dak gets up for road games more so than he does for home games.
Okay. So you're okay. So you're completely fine with us getting the second seed.
Yep.
You're complete because I feel like that's where it's headed. I
Yep.
see us winning out because, like you said, the Cardinals are sliding.
When you think about football, there's two things that travel: defense and a run game.
That part. I like it. We got. But see, the run game is questionable because of I feel like our O-line has just been flip-flopping all year.
Yep.
So you know what I mean? Like the run game, we haven't got a real. They have no continuity in the run game. We're lucky we're so good at passing.
Yep.
That we can kind of. They got to respect both still. But
I'm expecting Dak to add more legs to the repertoire.
Because you saw what happened last week, dude. It's that much of a difference. It's like running for 3 yards, getting out of bounds. Just keep the drive going instead of trying to fit a pass. You know what I mean? I feel you, Casey. You get me all riled up, bro. You get me.
Hey, gotta do it.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so Casey, we're gonna move on. We both think it'll be us ending up in the number 2 seed, not number 1, right?
Correct.
Round 2. Okay. With the Cowboys play this year, offense has delivered certain games. Defense has been delivering very consistently.
Mm-hmm.
If you had to pick one player, and not even necessarily, it's not most improved, but who is the best player on our team? Period. Like skill wise, if the other team is like you could pick one player from their team. Who is everyone picking?
I think it has to be Micah. So, and let me articulate why.
I'm right there. Go ahead.
So, if you look at how many sacks and pressures that Micah has had this season, and you think about what percentage of the time he actually rushes the passer, it's not that high.
It's like he gets home every time they put him on the screen.
It's not that high, right? Then what happens when you bring Micah down on the edge? You scoot D-Law in, and D-Law is a beast against an offensive guard. Yeah. What? Yeah. You saw D-Law last week jump up, hit
interception,
ball, touchdown. Like Randy Gregg, like all right. So Micah
Parsons. Yeah, go ahead.
Micah, he's so fast that he makes the offensive line, like they have to focus on them because they're not quick. They're not fat. Like they have to over-exaggerate just to try to get to him, which opens it up for everybody else, which is why Gregory is eating, Lawrence is eating, all these other defensive linemen are eating. Micah makes that possible. Then it's not just the pass rush. He's going out guarding receivers on routes, bro.
On wheel routes. He's breaking up wheel routes.
What? And then last week, I saw him rushing the quarterback, realized that it was like a screen pass. He dropped his hips so fast and was able to change directions to get the quarterback to realize, you better not throw that ball at the person that just ran by me.
Yeah, we're going to have another pick six. We're going to have another pick six. Bro.
I mean, I get it. Then I feel like Micah's pressure, his opening up of the defensive lineman is making it harder on the quarterback, which is making it easier on Diggs.
Yup. They feel like, because look at what the quarterback's looking at. The quarterbacks that have faced the Cowboys in the past, the dog is DeMarcus Lawrence. It always has been. Now, like you said, they're moving him all over the formation. You got to double team Micah, but whoa. The quarterback's like, whoa. The middle's hot. The middle's hot. That's what the quarterback's thinking immediately. Like, we're doubling here, but what about right here? And you've seen the past 2 games, or how many games has this fool been back? DeMarcus Lawrence has been making impact plays over and over again because he's free.
He's no longer responsible for that contain. He's no longer responsible for that edge. And they can no longer chip on him.
Nope.
Right? So one of the questions came up was, Micah Parsons, he's a little light in the ass for him to be a linebacker in the NFL. And Shannon Sharp made it clear, if I'm Micah Parsons, I am not gaining not gonna say, but
Oh,
I'm not gaining a pound, right? And the reason why is because my advantage is my explosiveness and quickness. I've never seen somebody see something and their body just get there. Like he just fast forward to wherever he's trying to go. Like he teleports.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah, no, and I agree, Casey. And his presence for the team, like he has been a lot of the reason for quarterbacks panicking and throwing it up to Trayvon Diggs, like you said. They're like, whoa, he's coming really fast. They're a tick quick on everything. All the quarterbacks, they trying to get it out, you know.
If I would like benchmark it to something, I would say somebody like, 2015, 2016, Von Miller coming off the edge, that's like a Tesla, right?
Yep.
Micah is like the plaid version, the plaid version of Tesla that goes 200 miles an hour, the fastest Tesla. Like that's Micah coming off that edge.
Micah is absolutely insane. He is the best player on our team. You could just see from everyone. Dan Quinn, yes, thank you he's been doing a great job, but he's got a lot of stuff to work with right now. Since we got all our D linemen back, he's having the time of his life. No one's even talking about Randy Gregory over here. You know what I mean? And he's just as dog. Well, I wouldn't say that. DeMarcus Lawrence, though, he makes just the same type of scream off the edge plays, get to the quarterback plays, dude. I'm really happy with the defense.
Randy, you weren't wrong. Randy Gregory's been a beast this year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's legit. Like I'm surprised he's not a Pro Bowler.
I'm surprised we haven't shot him a contract. Let's get to this early. This is his contract year. Like we're franchising Randy, actually, right?
Likely.
We're probably going to franchise him.
Yeah, his history is kind of holding him up.
Yeah, ain't nobody going to drop no big bucks on him yet. But he is worth a franchise tag because that pass rush, along with Micah, along with DeMarcus, we've just seen a couple games of it this year, and it's looking fabulous for the Cowboys.
You can't slide your line in every direction. You can only slide one way. And if you slide to get Micah, you're going to leave Gregory with a direct line to the – you slide to get Gregory, you're going to leave Micah and Lawrence.
Yeah. I'm so happy with the Cowboys right now. We'll stop right there. We won't get ahead of ourselves. We still got 2 games in the season, But playoffs are right around the corner. I just needed to tap in with KC, a fellow Cowboy fan, and figure out how he felt. We both like Micah. But now, let's talk some NBA basketball.
Let's do it.
Let's talk some NBA basketball. It's been COVID has hit both sports, actually, football and basketball, quite a bit, to the point where my buddy KC, we're talking, and he doesn't feel as confident in his betting because these players are dropping like flies night to night. Oh, he switched the bet.
Yeah, buddy.
KC, do you have any comment on what COVID has done to sports this season?
Oh, man.
Across the board.
I do, man. So I will say this. So leading up to our traditional flu season, especially on the football side, sports betting was as it normally is, right? It was fun. It was exciting. You win some, you lose some, and you live and you learn, right? And then in the last couple of weeks, it's just been last second, this guy's out, that guy's out, and your bet is already in. And it's like, whoa,
He said,
whoa, right? So quick recap on football last week. I was big on Tennessee Titans last Thursday. And then the news broke, COVID. They got 2 offensive linemen out. And I'm like, oh, Bosa's about to eat.
Yep.
So I switched my pick.
Dang, it just got you all messed up in the head.
I bought into the hype about Kelsey out, Tyreek Hill out, half of the damn Chiefs is out. They came back by Sunday. Oh, what?
Wow, what are we gonna do? Kelsey has just tested negative. No!
So then you get to the NBA and their games are so rapid that like they come up so quick, back to back. It's not like football where you got one game for that team a week. You could have 3 games for that team a week, and you never know if they're going to play that night. It's almost as if you have to wait until tip-off to put in your bet.
That's insane. That's insane.
The thing that's difficult about that is I am not your traditional bettor. I literally use betting for entertainment purposes only. Meaning, if I don't have a chance to win exponential, I'm not into it. I'm not a single game bettor, and I'm not willing to risk.
You're a parlay guy all the way.
I got $10 on 6 teams or more, and I'm trying to hit $500 or more dollars. Like, let's go. I'm rolling the dice on 10. If I lose, guess what? The family's still going to Red Lobster. Come on.
Still going. It's like you said, it's all for entertainment with you. You're not putting the bank account on.
Yeah. I'm not dropping a rack on one game knowing that.
Word to the wise, everyone out there betting on these betting sites. I won't name any names, but certain sites are going down and they're keeping your money. So make sure when you win your bet, get that money out. However you got to transfer it through Bitcoin or whatever, get that money out because people are losing money with the sites. Just so y'all know.
I'm lucky. I live in Vegas. If my app goes in, I'm walking right into MGM Grand. Hey,
what's happening?
My money.
Okay, but needless to say, sports bettors are suffering from this COVID and all this uncertainty. We got to get it back to normal, y'all. We got to get it back to normal. I don't know what because NBA for a second was looking like they was about to shut down again, but I don't think they want to do that ever again. I know NFL ain't doing that.
So here's how I would benchmark the current experience. The current experience with betting is like college football bowl games. What I mean by that is you don't always know who's opting out. It's like I was big on Pittsburgh, and then I'm like, I find out the Pittsburgh quarterback is out. And like, wait, why is he out? I was big on Michigan State.
That's interesting.
I find out they're Heisman candidate running back.
I get it. But KC, this is a normalcy, right? Like this happens year to year. The best player, like you said, if he's going to the NFL, just remember what happened to Bull Boy on our team, Jalen Smith.
Yep.
With the injury, and that was a bowl game, right?
The point that the benchmark that I'm making is there are some high profile players that, yes, you hear they're out. But then there's other teams where it's like, oh yeah, I think this team, and then you don't hear that their starting linebacker core is out, or their starting cornerbacks are out, or their starting wide. Like, for example, everybody was big on Ohio State. Then all of a sudden, like some high profile players opted out for Ohio State, but people already had bets in. The line swung, and it's like COVID. You pick a team, expecting everybody to play, and then all of a sudden, people just start falling away for whatever reason.
I get your now. I get it now. I get where you're going. So true. So with that being said, though, Casey, you betting on any of these games today? Isn't it the 4 big ones today?
Oh man,
or is it 2 today, 2 tomorrow?
No. So the college football playoffs start tomorrow.
Tomorrow, Friday. Okay, got you.
But today you got South Carolina against North Carolina. That line opened. North Carolina was favorites by 9.5. I woke up this morning, the line had moved to 12.5. I immediately took South Carolina, and they are up 32-13. So unfortunate for the 78% of people who put money down on North Carolina. It looks like you're about to lose.
And is it the same situation? Opted out players?
For this game,
yes.
I don't believe that's the case. For this game, I just believe that South Carolina said, I'm tired of being the little guy. Like the bowl season is also a time where the little guy typically shot. Like the first game of bowl, first day, like what's today? Thursday. On Tuesday, underdog day. Yesterday, favorite day. Maryland won. Clemson won. The only favorite that didn't win was Mississippi State because Texas Tech blew the doors off of them, right? Today, I'm thinking you got South Carolina. I'm thinking Tennessee big over Purdue. I'm staying away from Pittsburgh and Michigan State, but I'm taking the under because I'm expecting a backup quarterback and missing people for Michigan State to result in a low-scoring game. Yeah. And then I got Wisconsin over Arizona State.
That's easy. I like that.
My money.
Oh, so that's your actual parlay.
That's my parlay.
Bravo, Casey.
and just for icing on the cake, for shits and giggles, I threw Warriors to cover tonight against the Nuggets. I don't see them losing twice in a row.
Yeah. And the Warriors are balling right now too. Besides loss last night.
Yeah, Draymond is out, but I still think
Draymond just went out though. Was that how many games has he been out for?
He's out on COVID.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So and you're betting on it, Kiss? What are you doing?
Hey man, I'm gonna let my $10 ride.
That's right. All right, but let's get to basketball. Let's get to the Lakers since we've seen the background switch up. Dog, we're in trouble, right?
The Lakers have been the reason that I've lost my last 2 parlays. They've been the like yesterday, everything hit. Only thing that didn't hit for me was I had Lakers money line against Grizzlies. They were up 13 points in the third quarter. Phone in my pocket like, oh, I'm Gucci. Let's go ahead and hit the tables and roll a little dice. And if I lose there, I still got this money that's coming from this Laker win.
Okay, so you've been seeing the Lakers, right? Blow 20-point leads every other night.
Bro, LeBron had like 37 points. I didn't.
You thought it was over. You thought LeBron had this in the bag.
Like, since when we start giving up 40 to John Morant? Like, come on, man.
Our team is boo-boo on defense. Boo-boo on defense.
It's so disheartening.
It's bad. Honestly, if you had to ask me, we're headed for the play-ins.
Did you see? So one of the things that shocked the shit out of me, I'm watching ESPN and they're recapping an interview that Russell Westbrook did, and the interviewer was asking him about his play and what does he think that he needs to do to change to help the team win, and what about his game does he need to work on? His response was, nothing. My game is fine. I think I'm doing just great. Bro, what?
Russ. And I talked to Suave a couple weeks ago, dude, and Suave said it's so much more fun watching Russ on other like he's so much better and so much more entertaining when he's not on your team. Like, you respect his game more. When he's on your team night in and night out, throwing up 10 turnovers a game in crucial moments. And it's just like the way his turnovers are, it's just like, bro. He always does the same thing. He'll like hit his head. Okay, well, don't do it again. Don't turn the ball over.
There's no accountability. Like, so I think it was Shannon Sharp who said, Russ made us all fall in love with his ability to get stats, because no one ever thought that we see somebody average a triple-double again. Triple-double. And he did it like 3 or 4 times. Well, now we've been desensitized to it, but he hasn't adjusted to our adjustment. He hasn't adjusted to our adjustment, right? We've been desensitized to it. So it's like, so what, you got triple-double? Look how bad you're playing.
Yeah. If every play ends in your hands, whether it's a turnover or a score, I'd rather just have LeBron have the ball. Like, let LeBron get these bucks. Like, we don't need you to get 10 assists that come with 10 turnovers. Every other one's a turnover. Everyone, I get it. You get your triple doubles, but I don't need Westbrook handling the ball a bunch. I really like when LeBron's in the post or high post, and they have him in like the dunker spot, wrapping around, doing that kind of stuff, so LeBron can hit him. He just needs to be right by the basket. Get the ball right by. This is terrible. We're talking about Russ like this.
Yeah, like it's, as far as I'm concerned, he has put himself into like an unusable situation. His contract is $47 million a season. To play like that, and he's so enamored.
He said to play like that.
And he's so enamored with this triple-double that he's not concerned about winning. He just wants to put up stats. So when it's all said and done, 30 years from now, he can be like, I got more assists than that guy. I got more rebounds than that guy. I got more points than that guy. They not better than me. Shit.
His style of play is not winning ball, though. It's not him getting his numbers. You know what he's good for, though? When all hope seems like it's lost and we're down by 20 points, he'll rattle off 12 points. You know what I mean? It seems like that's the best thing we get from him is he's good when nothing else is working and you just turn him loose. And sometimes that works. Dude. But when you have AD and LeBron, there's very little nights where you need that,
So like, I look at Russ at how I was when I first got back into lifting weights. What I mean by that is I really don't know what I'm doing, but I know I'm strong and don't know what weight I should be doing or how many reps, but I know I'm strong. I'm working out with these guys. I see what weight they're doing. And all I could do is be the hype man. Let's go. Ah! And I'm just trying to go in there and lift whatever I can with. And everybody's like, bro, how much did you lift last week? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not tracking it. What are you doing? Like, you just showing up to show up. And it's like, oh, wait, there's a science to this?
Exactly. I like that. I like that.
To this?
I like that.
He's missing the formula. He's not going, like a guy told me, he's like, you took time out of your day to come to the gym and you're going to be here for 90 minutes. You mean to tell me you came in here without a plan? You just going to come in here and look around and see what's open? Then you're not.
Like you said, there's no rhyme or reason to his game when he's out there.
There's no rhyme or reason.
You see what he's trying to do. He's trying to get to the basket, get a bucket or a quick dish that leads to a layup. That's all he's trying to do.
And he missed like 4 or 5 layups the other night.
He's not even a good. Damn, why are we doing this to Russ right now? He's not even a good finisher this year. He's bad at finishing at the rim. He's like Monk is better at going to the basket and converting.
How old is Russ?
Got to be at least what 27? No, he's in his 30s.
30.
I was like 32, probably, right?
So here's my thing. Every athlete comes to this fork in the road where they have to adjust their game if they're going to keep playing. He's still thinking he's the best athlete on the floor. He's still a really good athlete, but he's not the athlete he was 8 years ago.
He's missed like 3 dunks that, when he was in his prime, he's tearing the house down and the whole stadium's going crazy. But he's missed like 3 of those in the past 2 games. Like, old Russ would have got that bounce off the back of the rim or blocked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Come on. It's like, come on, grow, expand your game.
And I thought, and that's so funny, Casey, because I thought this would be LeBron could get him to do it. I thought watching LeBron, I thought that was going to help. He's the same.
I think LeBron and Russ's connection is about 3 to 5 years too late. I've always looked at Russ as a better athlete than a basketball player. And it's like I look at Dame as a better basketball player than an athlete.
Very
right?
true.
He's a great athlete, but he's a better basketball player than he is an athlete. Same with Steph. He's a better basketball player than he is a raw athlete. Russ is just a raw athletic. He gets down.
Yeah.
But he's not, he's a better athlete than he is. He relies on his athleticism in order to be good at basketball.
Yeah, but without his he's on decline, obviously, and it's showing. Like the main baskets that he gets are like offensive rebounds or something because he went up there, missed it, and got his own board. Like his offense is really bad. And I thought having LeBron and him together without AD, he could get it going a little bit. LeBron has scored over 30 something points in every game for the past 6 games, and they went 1 for 5. As a team, 1 for 5.
Here's where LeBron got it wrong in my eyes. He thought that Westbrook cared about winning. He thought that Westbrook would adjust and react to make sure that the best experience is going forward. And he's like, okay, and he'll still use his athleticism to do, within moments in time, to use that skill set, but they're like with Jordan, Scottie could have did a whole lot more, but Scottie honed in on what he was doing.
What he was supposed to do.
Rodman could have done a whole lot more. He honed in on what his responsibility. They bought in.
And Russ can do that. Russ is athletic enough to do that. He's not off the hill completely with his athleticism. He's not declined completely. He's a serviceable player with good size that can get up and down the floor. He's just, we can't, like you said, hone it into the stuff that helps the team.
Yeah. He's like a fat guy that identifies as in shape. Basically. It's like, come on, bro. It's like, you're not a 3-point shooter. Stop shooting threes.
I actually hate when he makes threes early. I hate when he makes a 3 early. I hate it. Because I'm like, oh my God, he's going to shoot a 3 in the 4th quarter. No. Dude,
did you see LeBron's 3-point stat last night?
3-point stat? No, I was peeping in on the game as soon as I saw that
okay.
Third quarter.
So what would you say is a great 3-point shooting night for LeBron? like a great, like, oh my God, he did that.
Oh,
what would you say that is? Like what would be like you'd be like, wow, like he did what?
Great night, 6 for 9, 7 for 9. That's a great night, for LeBron James. 6 for 9. That would be like, God, LeBron got busy, from the 3-point line.
How about 8 for 14?
Oh my gosh. He made 8 threes last night?
8 for 14.
He's been balling. He just don't got no help. We don't got no defense.
Didn't miss a free throw. 37 points, 13 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 for 25 from the field, 8 for 14 from the 3-point, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 37 minutes, one free throw, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Dude,
he had a monster game.
He had a monster. We were not supposed to lose last night.
That hurts. That hurts the team because we can't have LeBron rattling off 35 points a game and we go 1-5 in that stretch. He's had like 6 games all over 30. LeBron about to pack it up and say his ankle's hurting again, yo.
Carmelo went 2 for 11.
Yeah, Melo had a bad game.
THT went 2 for 7.
That dude.
Isaiah Thomas went 3 for 8. Like, as far as I'm concerned, LeBron about to go back to Cleveland with their young core over there and then bring his son, Bronny Jr. in.
He's like, Anthony Davis, I thought you were going to be a little more durable. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry because Anthony Davis gets real injuries because he be in there in the trenches. But every play, nigga, like, he's grabbing his eye and they're scoring a basket on the other end. Or he fell down and didn't get back up. But then the next play, you're blocking a shot. If you're hurt, it's hard to gauge what's going on with Anthony Davis, bro.
So when I was in high school, my football team, we had like this thing we would do because we lived in the weight room, right? So when we would play teams, like I'll never forget, very vivid memory. We're playing this one team and like 8 of their players got hurt like throughout the game. Yeah. By the 3rd quarter, when like the 5th guy went down, my whole sideline is yelling, "Weight room!"
Y'all was that team? Y'all was fouling like a mug.
Because like the first half, when people started falling, our defensive coordinator, who was also our weight room trainer, he was walking up and down the line. He was like, "You see this? You see them getting injured like this? They not in the weight room like we are. They're not working like we are." 3rd quarter come, hold weight room, and they still dropping like flies. So more to the story, get your ass in the damn weight room, Anthony. Yeah, bro. Come on, man.
I know you're skilled, but there's a reason why LeBron literally gets fouled every single time he goes to the basket. And they call half, because it don't even look like he's getting fouled. He's running through those arms. Like on that Shaq stuff. But you see LeBron in the weight room. Yeah. How often you see AD in the weight room?
I be like, he not doing lifting weights, he just doing these all day. Like, these big ass shoulder things. That's his only workout. He ain't doing nobody squats, he ain't doing nobody deadlifts. If he was doing deadlifts like he should be doing, his legs would not be so brittle.
He's brittle, bro. Like, and it's funny because we all tried to act like he wasn't. But even before he came to the Lakers, now he's always been a player that don't make it through the whole season.
Dude,
he's always been that player. But okay, KC, with that being said, we went off on the Lakers right now. Fans, bear with us. Bear with us. We're in pain right now. Do you think currently constructed are we able to make noise in the playoffs? Or do we need to make a move? No. It's one and done. If we make the playoffs, one and done.
So this season started out with us swerving away from a trade to acquire Buddy Hield, the top 5 shooter in the league, under cap, where we can still do other moves, to us going over cap to one of the worst shooters in NBA history, not just from the 3-point line, but from the free throw line and beyond, from the floor, period, who's a 30-plus-year-old exceptional athlete.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna stop you. Would you rather have everyone at Washington right now with the Wizards? Would you rather have all those players back? KCP, Montrezl Harrell, Kuzma.
Then Russ?
That's what I'm asking. That you would rather, I'd rather honestly go back in time and not do that trade.
Yes.
We still could have got Buddy Hield.
Dude, so, okay. What's the difference between Kyle Kuzma and Russell Westbrook?
Kuzma shoots way better.
Kuzma shoots better, but they're both turnover prone.
Yeah.
They're both.
And Kuzma low-key can guard. Kuzma can low-key guard all the way up to the 5 position in this era.
Kuzma tries on defense. Kuzma wants to do.
He was getting better. Kuzma was
Russ has identified. Russ has accepted who he is, and he's like, "This is me.
Yeah,
take it or leave it."
We were building role players. We gave away some players that we built over the past 3 years. Like
you just named 3 people who all catch and shoot 10 times better than Russ.
And play defense better than Russ.
And don't require the ball in their hand all the time.
Bro, like it's kind of sad. I don't know what it was when Russ came. I don't know why I had any optimism.
Like I think it's a fraternity thing because somebody came out and said something about Russ recently, and then Draymond Green jumped to his defense, to Russ's defense. It was like, leave that man alone, right? Now, Shannon Sharp got on air and was like, yeah, Draymond jumped to Russ's defense and was like, leave that man alone. But I guarantee you, he's only going to say it as long as Russ ain't on his team.
Right? That's what I'm feeling right now. I was feeling the same. I was like, oh, Russ, he came through at the end of the season for the Wizards. You see that? Last year, maybe that's what gave me my optimism going into it. I'm like, well, Russ got it. Everyone at the beginning of the season, Wizards are terrible, bad pickup. By the end they made the playoffs. I was kind of feeling the same thing. How could it be worse with LeBron James? It is.
Russ needs to go to a team that has no chance at winning, and the owner is just looking to put seats in the stands, have something exciting on the floor, but is not concerned with winning. Like he needs to go to New Orleans and be a distraction for
Zion. I don't know what happened with dog. That's bad. Look at John Morant right now.
Yeah,
that's who we picked after, right? John Morant was second pick.
Yeah.
Oh no. John Morant was 3. RJ Barrett was 2, I think.
Right.
It
was up there. It was in that mix. Either way, Zion has been so disappointing. Simply just because he's not playing. He's not playing because he's fat. What?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And for the life of me, bro, I thought these pictures going around were memes for sure. Like some of them are memes, of course, but the real pictures of this fool out there working out are crazy. He's an NBA player looking like he's bigger than Glenn Davis. He's way bigger than Glenn Davis.
And we all knew he was too big.
He was too big. But it's like, and this dude's expected to get up and jump and be an athlete. Team owner's like, oh, we're not going to have him for more than 2 years.
Like, it'd be different. RIP Escalade, if it was Escalade, because Escalade had handles and was
wasn't athleticism.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to dunk on people or any of that. Like he was moving like a big man supposed to move. Well, Zion, he was trying to move like a skinny guy.
And he lives off his explosiveness and his strength and his bounce. You can't get up off the ground too many times and land that weight, bro. Like you can't land violently too many times, dude. He's gonna have foot problems his whole career, sadly. I hate to say it, but damn.
Yeah, like I was so like there was so much hype for him. Like if you look at a picture of him as senior in high school and a picture of him now, it would be like, what happened to you, bro?
Yeah, he don't look like he's still a professional athlete.
He doesn't look like he's still doing anything athletic.
But see, who is in his corner? It's because he hurt his foot. I get it. You can't do no. You can though.
Well, okay.
You got to focus on your appetite then, or focus on your nutrition immediately.
Like at the end of the day, you've been hurt. What the fuck ever, bro? Are you eating fried chicken and fried shrimp at every shrimp pro boys 3 times a day, my nigga? Like, come on.
Dog, you're a professional athlete. You have nutritionists paid to watch your diet and cook for you.
And
he's asking them to go to KFC. No. I see what y'all talking about. Go over there and give me one of them Popeyes chicken sandwiches. No, make it 2.
Make it 5, nigga. Like, and bring me. Let me get. So like when I was in college, my freshman year in college, like me and my boys, we would get hungry. We're like, you know what? Let's just go to McDonald's. We'll just get a bag of double cheeseburgers. Just drop $20-$25 down as many double cheese. And then we get in the car, drive, just reach in, and we just eating double cheeseburgers. This nigga's doing that.
Doing that by himself. He ain't like none of the security, none of the team have none. No, that's my bag. This is your bag right here.
Dude, either that or he's doing what my 16-year-old would do if he had money. Every hour of the day, he got a bag of hot Cheetos in his hand.
Yeah, basically.
A fresh bag that he didn't like. And you don't realize how many calories are in chips.
Yeah. And you eat a bag of those, you can count on it, a bag of them a day at least, along with all the other stuff. But okay, we gonna pray for Zion. Zion need the Lord.
Man,
Zion needs the Lord. But we
dude, I'm Mr. Full Stomach himself.
Exactly.
Like, come on,
now
bro.
you're like, bro, you gotta chill.
Like, I'm over here drinking protein shakes, trying to like, come on, man. Like,
oh my goodness, KC, it has been a great time chopping it up with you, talking football, basketball, COVID. Rest in peace, John Madden again. You know, KC, do you have anything last quotes you want to give to the fans before we get out of here? And enjoy our New Year's, you know.
So one of my favorite quotes that I feel like Micah has installed within the very being of the defense of our Cowboys. And I reference this quote a lot when I'm in the gym and things get tough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, can I do this? And like when you're looking at that squat bar and it's 405 pounds on it, you can get some fear in your heart and then be like, oh, yeah, can I really do that? Right. And then I look at that bar and I say, everybody think they're a beast till they meet one.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which reminds me, I need to continue to increase my beast mode. Yeah. Every chance I get, I need to show and prove that my beast mode is consistently progressing. Yeah. And Micah came in and everybody met a beast.
Yeah.
Everybody realized
like, oh, that's what that looks like. That's what that looks like.
That's what a beast is. And everybody said, so then Gregory's like, shit, well, I'm a beast too.
Yeah.
Lawrence is like, well, I'm a beast too.
Everybody want to get some now.
Too. Yeah. It's like, oh, you think I'm gonna show you I'm even more of a beast. Beast.
Yo, another unsung hero for the Cowboys. 27, Jaron Curse. That's a baller too. And no one even knows who this fool is until this year. Because he's been like, he's nice though.
So him and one other player, Neil.
Yes.
Right? Both of them were shat on coming over to the Cowboys because both of those guys were part of the Dan Quinn defense that was the worst passing defense in NFL history. Yeah. So when they came over, everybody was like, we gave away Awuzie and Jones for these guys who are part of the worst in NFL history?
Right.
Yes.
Yep. Dogs, bro. Quinn knew what he was doing. Quinn knows what he looked at our past defense and was like, they need a little bit of this. They need a little bit of that. Quietly, we didn't spend no big money, but we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, along with Michael Parsons, the best player on our team.
Oh, yeah. I think it's the philosophy that Dan Quinn rolls out, that he has the defense operating under is it's people can move and vary. It's not stuck to one thing. So like Neil, I believe he was a
safety.
He was a safety. He got moved to linebacker.
Now he's a linebacker.
Right? And it's like, wait, but he's a little too small to be a linebacker, but he thumps when he comes. Exactly. So it's like, he's like a perfect piece that can, all right, you need to play. I need a linebacker to go out and play safety. Okay, well, he is a safety.
He can cover his tight end.
He can thump. Like Micah, he can rush the passer. He can guard wheel routes, you know.
And he hits the hit stick when he gets there.
Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, Dan Quinn's defense success is predicated on people being able to play multiple different roles.
Yes, Versatile, very versatile defense. Yes. Now, KC, we are out of here. You gave us your last quote.
Yep.
Is there anything else that you would like to say before we're out of here? To the fans.
Man.
I haven't had you on in a long time, and you always have very insightful.
So I'm gonna just say, Lakers, better days ahead. You know,
Hopefully.
There's peaks and valleys and everything. Cowboys, we got a real chance this year. If you are not actively a Cowboys fan, the registration for becoming a Cowboys fan ends at time of week 18. If you have not submitted your application and received a response,
you can hop on when it's out. Yeah.
Don't show up. Don't show up. Then the other day, best believe, in my first playoff game, in my Cowboy jersey, also with my Cowboy J's.
Ooh.
Right? I refer to these as my Cowboy blues.
Yo, you got to get me some of those. They match my jacket.
Yeah. Is they popping for you? Is they coming through?
I need those. What size? What size are those?
I'm a 12.
Be careful. That's too big for me.
Those are my Cowboy blues right there.
Let's go. Hey, so let's go Cowboys. We hope we get another W this week. I hope everyone has a happy new year. Merry Christmas. I'm sorry I ain't got to y'all in a while. I'm on my holiday vacation. Until next time, y'all on the Faithful Fan Show. Dun, 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 dun.
Rookie in the paint, going hard with the venom. Shot so much, man, I think I need a layup. Rookie in the paint, going hard. I think I need a layup. So much, man, I think I need a layup. Animal, MC cannibal, rap Hannibal. Here to change the game, mainframe, all y'all programmable. Coaching on tracks, balling like a paper like Phil. I'm Morpheus and real, my rhymes convict and heal. A world blind, my lies a red pill, real. Ball like I've been here, rookie in his prime. Focus like Jordan the second time. Kobe in playoff time, you know believe when I drop. Call for it, Kelly go in the please don't spit. Auto like free throws by Ito. Circle loose stroke magic. Rhymes over all y'all like dirt for two. Rookie in the game, insane, come